Welcome to Willow, Glen in Motion. My name is Kevin Swanson, and I'll be your host. Willow, Glen in Motion is back again after a brief hiatus with a new program look and feel. One of the changes that we have made is to shoot our entire show at one Willow Glen location instead of moving into the studio. We're fortunate to shoot our next few shows here at the Grapevine Wine, Cheese, and Tasting Bar on Lincoln Avenue. Come by and have some wine. We've been listening to your comments, and we'll be trying some new formats in the coming months. Let us know what you think by going to willowgleninmotion.com and clicking on our comments tab. During the next two shows, we will be exploring service organizations in Willow Glen. In today's show, we are looking at fraternal organizations like the Elks, the Eagles, and the American Legion. These are organizations formed prior to the 1900s, and their original formation was based around support of their members. Next week, we'll explore some of our local community organizations in Willow Glen formed after the 1900s. Today, we look beyond the mystique of the fraternal handshake and the private rituals of our local fraternal organizations. They have played pivotal roles in the development and the health of our Willow Glen community and the nation as a whole. They continue to play a largely unseen supportive role today. In this show, we will explore the historical development of these organizations and the impact that they are having on the world, on our nation, and in our community, today as well as in the future. We begin this week with Chris Carlson from the Eagles Lodge, located on Alma near 87. We have the opportunity today to meet with Chris Carlson. She is with the Elks Lodge number 522 here in Willow Glen. Chris, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So, where did the Elks come from?
The Elks were an organization that in 1868 was formed by a gentleman by the name of Charles Algernon Sidney Vivian, and he came from Britain. He was a comic, a singer, and a dancer, and had a very magnetic personality. Very quickly, he had a lot of gentlemen who were also actors meeting with him on Sundays. It was a social club, and they became known as the Jolly Corks. Well, Christmas time, one of the members passed away and left his wife and children destitute. So they decided they wanted to move more toward a service and charitable organization. So they chose the name Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, and they chose the Elks for his strength and his nobility and his loyalty. They then went to the New York legislature, got a charter, because they were traveling so much. Everybody was asking them, how can we have our own lodge in our area? Got a charter, and the rest is history. We have 2,000 lodges now and about 1.3 million people, members.
This is one of the reasons your group grew so quickly is because most of your members, being in the performing arts industry, were moving around quite a bit.
Exactly, exactly. And people just enjoyed their company and what they were doing and wanted to get involved with it. So.
Now, do you have national causes that the Elks work towards?
Exactly. All of our lodges are dedicated to our children and our veterans and the community too, but all the Elks throughout the nation support all the same organizations, the same charities.
You know, the BPOE, I've heard from other people refer to the best people on earth because you're so willing to jump in and help with community events.
Exactly.
and needs.
Exactly, and that's part of what we do and what we are. So.
Now, you've played a big role here in Willow Glen.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Our lodge in Willow Glen actually opened in 1962. We were downtown, all over downtown areas, and then relocated out here in '62. A lot of members, or even people who I meet, when I tell them I'm an Elk, they say, we remember growing up at the lodge. We had a lot of activities. We have a Boy Scout troop that is affiliated with our lodge. We did some Special Olympic fundraiser for the Special Olympics. We work with law enforcement. We raised some money to get monitors for Alzheimer patients. We have a wonderful pool that still is wonderful, and that brings a lot of people in. And once they come in for the pool, they like what they see and they start getting active in the lodge also.
Now, your pool used to be a community pool. Is that still the case today?
No, it is not. It's for members and guests only now. We work in the Willow Glen community, but the Willow Glen community also truly gives back to the Elks. We have a project, a fashion show that raises quite a bit of our charity money for our children that we support. And we come out to the Willow Glen community and they graciously and wholeheartedly give to us. So we support them, but they support us back hand over foot.
Now, we'll be talking a little bit more later about how you recruit. But if people are interested in finding out more about the Elks, where can they go?
To become an Elk, you need to be invited, but we usually, when in talking to people, it usually comes up that we're Elk members, and we do explain what we do. We have a local website. It's not quite as beefed up as we'd like it to be, and that's one of our missions this year, is to get it more beefed up. Or you can drop in and say you're interested, and we'll have somebody give you a tour, talk to you, and invite you to join.
Thank you very much. Hang around. We'll be doing a little panel discussion in just a few minutes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.